All right, guys, what an honor. This guy is a friend of the show, obviously one of the most legendary coaches in the game, coaching such people and legends as Luke Rockhold, Daniel Cormier, Cain Velasquez, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Islam Makhachev, and Umar Nurmagomedov as we get ready for UFC 311. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. The fighters are ready. It's a great time for us to be, in this position because we're ready for it. Habib and myself and Magomed and Islam Mabadov. We've done a great job with the guys, and they're ready to go, man. We're excited about the opportunities that present themselves to us, like Islam defending his title, and it'll be a legacy break for him if he's able to do it because there's been four other champions that have been able to defend it three times, but no one has been able to defend the lightweight title four times because I believe Spencer Henderson, Frankie Edgar, BJ Penn, and Habib have been the only ones that have held it three-time defenses, and that's it. So it's a legacy fight for Islam and historic fight for Umar because he'll be maybe one of maybe the only two cousins that have ever held UFC titles, and especially undefeated to boot. I believe that's the first two. I could be wrong.
Dude, this is unbelievable. This is definitely one of the most historic things that's happened in UFC history when it comes to family and teams coming together like this, headlining a card. I hate to bring this up because it's a bit of a somber note, man, but did you see that video of Khabib on the plane? It looked like he was sitting in the emergency seat, and then this crazy thing happened where a stewardess said that, from what I hear in the video, that they weren't comfortable with him sitting in the emergency row. Like he's the perfect person to help everyone if anything would have happened on that flight. What the hell happened?
No, I don't know. He didn't say nothing to me. I didn't hear nothing. This happened last week when he was coming back from Utah, either going to Utah or coming from Utah from skiing. And they didn't say anything to me. They're very quiet about it. So I would think Habib didn't think much of it. But the whole world is thinking a lot of it because they racially profiled him 1,000,000%. There's no way you can tell me. You can look at that video, see what they were saying. He was asking the correct questions. They asked me a question. Okay, I speak English. It was yes. They asked if I could self. He said yes. What is the problem? Who's complaining about me? And he said, well, the stewardesses don't feel comfortable with you. And
That's
and I looked
crazy.
at the video and I said, ah, this is what they're doing. They racial profiled him because he was wearing a hoodie. And they were uncomfortable with him wearing a hoodie. But you know why he's wearing the hoodie? Because he's a super famous athlete in the world, and he doesn't want to be recognized. So what they should have did, in my opinion, is that, sir, can you please remove your hoodie? Then okay, no problem. But to come out and do what they did, no way, no way. And I know him; he's not gonna do nothing about it. But I think people that love him or love justice are going to be up in arms about this. And Alaska is Alaska Airlines. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, I think it's Alaska,
Okay,
Alaska Airlines. We have to boycott
yeah,
these
they
guys.
should
This is
be.
outrageous.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, that's outrageous. They should be held accountable, and I feel that they should donate money to the victims of the LA fire as a generosity of goodwill and the whole bit. Habib is not going to be too bothered by it because Habib is a man of God, and he's just going to look at it like if Allah wanted him to be in that plane, then he would have been in that plane. So he'll just take it with the stride. I don't think Habib will even talk about it, but it's not a matter of Habib talking about it. It's a matter of us talking about the racial injustice that goes on in this world, and those things should never happen. I mean, he was being polite. He said, "Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can help." And then he asked why, and you said because they don't like the way he looked. Oh, come
It's
on.
first of all, you've got the most capable person on the plane in case an emergency happens in that spot. And second of all, he was so respectful. I mean, can you imagine being in that situation? If that was me, I would have absolutely lost it. He was respectful. He was courteous. He got off the plane. If anything, it shows just how much of a champion Khabib is outside of the
So shows
octagon.
what a beautiful guy he is, and it proves that he's not above anybody, and he's not trying to. I'm standing up for my rights. He just said, "Okay, you don't want me in your plane, no problem. I would leave. No incidents, no problems," and that's just who he is. But to be honest with you, I don't think people are going to let this one lie because this is big, big, big news. You know, big news, and a lot of people just wait for these kind of things to come back at the injustice that happens to other people, and other people have been in this situation where the airlines goes out of their way to make somebody feel really, uncomfortable being who they are, and this is not right. This is not right. So he won't do anything about it. He'll just play it off because that's who he is. But and I didn't speak to him of emails and calls regarding this exact thing you're talking about right now. It's
Mm.
crazy.
I want to see an apology. I want something done. This is unbelievable. And I think, yeah, donating money towards the fires is a good step as well. And again, really respect Khabib for handling it in such a respectful way, because other people would have just lost it. Let's talk about the fact that you guys are about to make history. I just want to find out as we get into it, how's this camp been? Because I know that Umar has had to deal with an arm injury going into this fight. That he mentioned that he had a bit of an injury going in. How's this camp been, just kicking things off with Umar Nurmagomedov going in here? And how has that arm been throughout the camp?
His camp has been going great. Let's not even focus on the arm. Let's just focus on he's doing great. He's ready to go. No excuses. We know what we're in for. We all go in injured at times, but this is not an issue at all. So I disregard that one as anything, because if it doesn't go the way it's supposed to go, it had nothing to do with anything other than the better man is going to win this fight, and I believe we're the better man.
So there was no point in this one where you were like, hey, let's not take this fight. You were comfortable
Never,
with continuing?
never even discussion. Never, not even bringing it up. It's a mute subject regarding anything like that. This is a fight where they're both ready and they're both healthy. As far as I know, we're healthy anyway, so that's it.
When it comes to Merab for you, I mean, a lot of people, he's a very tricky guy. He's had a great run in the division. Do you think that this guy is the toughest matchup for Umar in the division, or do you think it's someone else? Obviously, he's the champ and he's what you focused on, but is he the toughest matchup, do you think, out of everyone in that division right
For me
now for Umar?
personally, he's the toughest one in the whole division for him. I felt that years back before Merab was even in the picture for us fighting him. I thought he was going to be our toughest challenge. And here we are, and he still is hands down our toughest challenge. I don't think the odds, that 3-1 favor for Umar, are fair. I think it's a lot closer than that. So let's just say the champ reserves respect, and I respect him immensely. I think he's a great champion, and that's it. He's a great champion, and we're ready. We're ready to to be able to have that opportunity to take that title from him.
Mm. How do you think this fight plays out? Because obviously both guys are incredible grapplers. Umar and Merab, great wrestlers. Do you think that this plays out on the feet, or do you believe that Umar can still sort of dominate him on the ground as well if he needed to?
It's going to go everywhere. We're going to have to dominate him on the feet and on the ground, and it's going to go everywhere. This is not going to be only going to go on the ground, or only in the stand up, and we have to stand with him. No, we go on the ground with him too. Whatever he wants to do, we can do. Wherever he can dictate or can't dictate, we will dictate.
Mm. All right. Well, tell me a little bit about Islam's camp here. I know you guys have had some camps in the past where Islam was sick, or maybe there was some weight cut issues and it took it out of him. How does he feel going into this one? And also, how does it feel to get another chance at fighting Arman? I know in that first fight you mentioned Islam was sick. How does it feel to sort of get a chance to put a stamp on it and do this rematch in the main event this weekend?
It's a fantastic time, and we don't want to use anything on what happened in the first time. He's a great competitor. He's ready to go. We're ready to go. Islam has never looked better. This is the best he's ever looked. So I can honestly say that the Islam you saw against Dustin is not the Islam you're going to see against Arman. It's going to be a much better a fighter going around. He's improved just a teeny bit, and for a person that's regarded as pound for pound number one, there's not big improvements they can make, only little ones, and he has made those little improvements. So you're going to see a big difference in his fighting style. He's unbelievable. From the very first camp that I came here in Las Vegas a month ago, and his first sparring session to the last sparring session, is just unbelievable for me to watch him. Such a dominant fighter. It's unbelievable how good he is.
What are we talking about? Is there a specific improvement in mind that stands out to you, or is it overall for you?
overall everything. His striking, his ground has always been spectacular, but overall he's improved, and his IQ too, on how to take the fight where he needs to take it. It's unbelievable how to set up things, how to go play with people. I mean, oh my gosh, I can go on and on and on and how great he is and what improvements he's made. But they're not big improvements; they're tiny ones. But for someone that good already and regarded that high already, those little ones make a huge difference.
Mm. I saw some comments there from Arman's team that, you know, they want to try and go for the knockout in the stand-up against Islam here. They think they might have found a gap in his striking. Just from your perspective, how much has Islam improved striking, just striking-wise, from that first Arman fight to now? And how is his striking looking like right now?
His striking has improved, like I said, but not big gaps, tiny gaps, because it didn't need to improve very much. His striking is really, really, really good. So, you know, I think it's short-sighted to think that, oh, we're going to knock him out or we're going to do this. Yeah, you're talking about pound for pound, the number one guy. It's not like you guys have been killing everybody. You know, you've been doing great. But let's keep it real. You're in a huge fight. We're both in a huge fight. I don't underestimate Arman. He's a hell of a competitor and hell of an athlete, you know. So we got a hell of a challenge in front of us. But I do believe that Islam is going to be superior in any area that Arman exposes for us to take advantage of.
Mm. Okay, so take me into the night, man. Obviously, it's going to be a historic night for you. What is the game plan for you? You're obviously going to be coaching the and the main event. You'll be in the corner for both. What's your game plan? How do you, from my perspective, I wouldn't even know how to deal with something like this. How do you keep everybody calm? How do you keep everybody on task? And how do you keep everybody focused on what they have to do come fight night?
Well, I know this. In the past, I've tried to calm Khabib down. It doesn't work. I'm not going to try at all. I'm just going to be me. I'm going to take care of myself and make sure I'm there to give my fighters the advice they need. And I'll just stay calm. If Khabib is going to be nervous, a ball of nerves everywhere, let him. That's who he is. So I'm going to leave him alone. You know, and whatever we do, we're going to make it right. So if we need to be there walking out with both fighters, then that's what we'll do. If we need to stay in the corner while they come to us, Islam comes to us after Umar's fight's done, then that's what we'll do. But we'll handle it. We've been in this situation many a times, but never been in situations where it's a, you know, champion fight followed by a champion fight. Never been in that situation with one team, but I've been in the situation where semi-main and main event. I've been in that situation many times. It's easy. It's not a big deal at all.
Is there a chance that if things go to plan for Umar, he comes out unscathed, he could actually be in the corner with you guys for Islam?
Never. No, never. He's not a corner. No. No, okay. that I know will not happen. Umar will not be in the corner.
Are we doing same corner for both, or are you slightly modifying it?
It's the same corner for all three of the guys, with the exception of one guy is going to be in the corner with Islam, who's been with him since I remember. Is Muslim's like his childhood buddy. He will be in the corner with him because he's always in the corner with Islam. He's been in the corner more than anybody. Islam's corner. Muslim's been in there more than anybody, more than me, more than anybody. I'm the next guy that's been in the majority of his corner, but Muslim has been in there more corners than myself. He's going to be the number one guy, to be honest with you. Not that he's a coach, but he's his childhood buddy, best friend.
All right, guys, it's time for a new year and a new you, thanks to our friends at Manscaped. Have you sorted all the best products to get you looking good downstairs and all over your body in 2025? Performance Package 5.0 Ultra by Manscaped is your secret weapon for stepping into 2025 sharp, clean, and confident. Don't be the guy that rolls into January looking like you just emerged from hibernation. Let the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, the Weed Whacker 2.0 handle your overgrowth so you can focus on leveling up. Start 2025 with precision, because the only thing that should be growing this year is your success and not your scruff. Join the 11 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. Use the code word submission now. Keep this show going. Get 20% off and free shipping today. Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is the all-in-one grooming kit Of course, I mentioned it before, but I'll say it again. Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra is the best tool you could have. It also comes with the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose hair trimmer, full aftercare, which helps you treat yourself right with the crop soother, and the crop preserver keeps you fresh and comfortable and confident, so you're always ready to move forward. And you get some free gift. Kick off the year with a bonus that elevates your routine. The Boxers 2.0, which I love to wear. They're one of the most comfortable boxers you can wear. And the Shed 2.0 toiletry bag, which I take with me everywhere I go. Manscaped has a 30-day money-back guarantee as well, so you can try it risk-free right now. Use the code word submission. Go right now, 20% off and free shipping. And I just want to talk to you guys about SAILY as well. SAILY is an unbelievable app that's going to change the game forever when it comes to travel, and you want to be covered with your phone. Forget lining up at airports and having to get a new SIM, taking your SIM out, keeping it in a little baggie, making sure you don't lose it. Forget all of that. SAILY has you sorted. All you got to do is download the app, choose the amount that you want to spend, what country you want to go to, and boom, like that, you are sorted. I just went to New Zealand. I was absolutely covered. I didn't want to spend the $10 or $20 or $30 a day that I was going to have to spend because of my provider. I put in an amount. It had me covered the entire time, and I even still have data left over because it was so smooth and easy. One of the things I love about SAILY as well that you may not realize is it actually comes with an ad blocker. So if you are watching videos or doing stuff on the internet, why waste your data on ads? The ad blocker has you sorted, and it comes with web protection as well. You know, malware on your device is the last thing you need on your travels, and SAILY gets you sorted and protected too. So why not jump on right now, use the code word submission, get 15% off. All you gotta do is download the app, choose your destination, where you wanna go, the amount of money you wanna spend, activate it on your phone without having to take out your SIM card, without having to line up at airports, without having to re-sign different documents. SAILY has you sorted, whether you need a little bit of data or a lot of data, whatever your plan is, SAILY has you covered wherever you go in the world. Go on right now, check out the app. It's the most seamless and easiest process when it comes to travel eSIMs that you can experience. Use the code word submission, 15% off. Jump on right now. What are you waiting for? Grab your SAILY today. If you're traveling tomorrow, next month, get it sorted today. Use the code word submission while it's still active. It's 15% off. SAILY.com/submission gets you sorted. Try it today, whether it's a lot of data, small amount of data. SAILY has you sorted. Easy, seamless, highly recommended. Now back to the program. All right, man. Before we wrap up, I have a couple of fan questions. People knew you were coming on and they were excited to send through a couple. First fan question here. Who do you think is the hardest fight for Islam in the UFC? This is from the Sports Alien. Obviously, you guys are focused on your next task at hand. But in the whole of the UFC, who do you think is the biggest challenge for you guys when it comes to fighting Islam?
Well, when it comes to fighting it already proved to be it was Dustin. Dustin was the biggest challenge, and because Dustin brought it, man. Dustin came. That was a Dustin I never seen before. That was an unbelievable Dustin. So for me, it's Dustin. I don't know about Arman because that hasn't happened yet. But right at this particular juncture, it's Dustin. Dustin was the biggest challenge.
Is there anybody for you in any other divisions? Obviously, Bilal was always going to be a challenge, but the guys would never fight each other. But is there anybody in welterweight outside of Bilal who you think would be a massive challenge for Islam that you'd love to see fight?
Well, let's see what happens with Bilal first. But, you know, whoever takes, you know, if Bilal by some chance doesn't become successful, which I'm hoping he will be successful, then there will be a mute question. But let's say Bilal retires, and then Islam can then focus on whoever the challenger is there. So it's no one person. It's the title that would be what we would be looking for, not any person. So let's just say that Bilal retires, which is hopefully would be the case, versus the other. I would prefer that. Bilal's a brother. That's just they've been through. They're not gonna. And also the UFC has to offer that challenge. Also, the UFC doesn't offer that challenge. It's not going to be on the table.
Yeah, I spoke to Bilal just yesterday, and he was talking about that, you know, maybe if he moves up to middleweight at the end of the year, then that frees up an opportunity potentially for Islam to fight a welterweight. So who knows? We'll wait and see. But there's a lot of great fights for Bilal at middleweight, a lot of great fights for Islam at welterweight. So that works out. Final question, I'll let you go because I know you're in a rush. JG wants to know, who's the most talented MMA striker that Javier has coached in his career? You've coached so many. Who would it be?
Usman.
Usman. Why?
Usman.
What is it about him that makes him the
He's
most
got
talented?
natural ability that I never seen anybody have. He picks up things like nothing. He flows like nobody I've ever seen flow. He is the most talented I've ever trained, by far. I'm not saying he's the greatest I've ever trained because that's yet to be seen, but he's definitely the most talented I've ever trained by far.
All right, man. Well, listen, you got a historic night ahead of you. I appreciate you joining me. UFC 311. Congratulations, coach. Yet another historic event around the corner. Congratulations to you and the team. I can't wait to watch you guys make history. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks, buddy. All right, we'll talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye.